Strap in and get ready. You're about to experience Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint.
Well, hello everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint. I am Clint. Just kidding, I'm Brandon.
And I think I'm Clint.
Who are any of us really
Right,
when you think about it?
Names are just abstract ideas. So
Absolutely. Tonight we have a very special fake sponsor. This is the first time this sponsor has ever made an appearance on the podcast. To be honest, we're thrilled. This is the SpongeBob SquarePants 1-pounder Krabby Patty.
No, we lost you.
You lost me. It's not even showing. See, this is ridiculous. There we go. This is a 1-pound gummy. The SpongeBob SquarePants, and it's not even showing. See, it's not even showing. It's not even showing. There it is. The SpongeBob SquarePants 1-pound Krabby Patty gummy. My son got this for Christmas, and he ate about 3 bites of it and said, "I can't do this anymore." This is only about 18,000 calories. Okay, there it is, people. Perfect. The SpongeBob SquarePants 1-pound Krabby Patty gummy. Krabby Patty gummy. Okay, so
oh my God.
Oh, I smelled it. That smells good. You go get one. They're at Target. They might be on sale now because it's after Christmas. 1 pound, shaped like a Krabby
By the
Patty.
time this episode airs, Brandon will have eaten that whole gummy.
Woo! I don't know about that because legitimately, let's see here. Hold on. 15 servings, 90 calories per serving. So
that's
a lot. There we go. I should have told it like this the whole time. There you go, people. Go get you a 1-pound Krabby Patty gummy. Krabby Patty. I can't talk today. Gummy.
No, you're right. If I had bet $1,000, I never would have guessed that.
Tonight I'm going to be
pay the bills.
They what?
They pay the bills.
That's true. They do. They keep the lights on.
Yeah.
Tonight,
in your fancy freaking house there.
This is my real. Yeah, it's a real piano. This is all real. My hands are disappearing.
I can't believe you didn't turn the fireplace on for this either.
I should have done that.
Yeah,
I got fresh. I went out today and fetched fresh firewood. I had the whole thing ready.
You seem like a guy that would do that.
Yes. The ambiance, the background.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the crackling of the flames.
My hands are disappearing. They're just okay.
So well, I would say today I'm excited today because we have a special crossover episode from your other show.
We do. I have another YouTube channel called Brandon's Baseball Cards. Where I show, I rip packs of cards. I show items from my baseball collection. I have non-sport cards, football cards, all kinds of stuff. But I also
the name of the channel is a bit of a lie because it's not just baseball cards.
That's true. It is not just baseball cards. There are other things on there. I do rants when people piss me off. I express my opinion on there. Completely different than here, where I don't share any opinions.
No. I've never seen you share a single opinion.
I'm very shy.
Yeah,
very camera
he doesn't
shy.
attack his subscribers either.
No, I don't.
Separate video.
I did do that recently on British Baseball Cards. I did,
and it was glorious.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Someone, for those of you that don't watch British Baseball Cards, someone posted a stupid comment, so they got a special video explaining.
We believe in facts here at Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint. And
exactly.
if you're going to present a non-fact and we could prove you wrong, guess what? We fucking will.
Yep, we call bullshit. And
bullshit
tonight,
here on the show.
We're going to open a pack of racing cards and we're going to talk about each of the drivers and just what we remember about each of these drivers. So this is a pack of goodies. Invitational series. I don't know how the hell I got these, but I was digging through my stash of packs and found this. There's Richard Petty on the top, and there's Bobby Labonte on the back.
From what I've learned from baseball packs, from Brandon's Baseball Cards, showing 2 Hall of Famers on both sides, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Yes, absolutely. If this was a earlier racing pack, and there are some older racing packs, there's some from the 70s and things like that there might be there's a premium sometimes. Richard Petty, never heard of him. No, just kidding. Obviously, 200 career wins. Is Richard Petty the greatest driver ever?
No.
I agree.
David Pearson.
Okay. What makes you say that?
So I remember correctly, because David Pearson was a part-time driver
Mm-hmm.
and won much more often than Richard did for the races that he entered,
Mm-hmm.
and was more often in the 1-2 finishes between Petty and Pearson, won more often.
Okay.
I think Petty, obviously talented. I'm not going to sit here and say he's not the king.
Sure.
200 wins, although the last one's debatable. It should be 199 wins. That's a separate episode for another time.
Sure.
He back then, to have a well prepared team like Petty Enterprises was very rare.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of their speed came from the fact that they made sure bolts were tight, stuff like that.
Sure.
But I would say Pearson was probably the best of all time.
Okay.
What about you?
I go back.
I know you want to say senior, but
yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was the greatest of all time. I mean, like, he's certainly in the top 5 discussion.
for sure.
I'm torn. David Pearson's hard to argue. I would say that there's a case to be made for, well, not even Darrell Waltrip's top 5. It's really the top 3, I would say, would be, and I don't know the order, would be Richard Pearson and Big E. Earnhardt Sr. or Earnhardt. He didn't like to be called senior.
See, because of the points change, because when we discussed the old point system and who would have been the champions,
mm-hmm.
after that, I placed Gordon much higher on my list.
Sure.
He would have been a 90 some odd win 7-time champion.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's definitely in the top. He is a top 5. He's obviously just a generational talent. Oh, yeah. Shit, I don't know who the greatest of all time is. I don't have an answer to this. I asked a question, and
we're only on card 1, people.
We're only on card 1. The next one, I think a lot of people will argue he's the greatest of all time. There we go, Ken Schrader. I'm just kidding.
Easily. I would say one of the best journeymen to race dirt, pavement, and just seems like a super nice guy, honestly.
Yes, he does. And there's a genuinely a people person, someone who cared. He was obviously the person that discovered Dale Sr. was fatally ill, after his wreck in the 2001 Daytona 500, and he didn't want to be the one to tell people on national TV. And I felt bad for him being interviewed after that race, just because what a tough spot to be in, where you know what's happening and you don't want to be the one to say anything. But always, I never rooted against him, never had an issue with him. Good race car driver. Another good guy who he's kind of kooky, but he was Dale Sr., probably one of his best friends.
Oh, can I guess who it is? Oh, okay, Michael Waltrip. Never mind.
Sorry, Michael Waltrip. Who are you going to guess?
I was going to say Neil Bonnet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Neil Bonnet was probably his best friend.
Michael Waltrip, yeah.
Michael Waltrip
being a good friend of Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s is a weird matchup.
It is. And it's discussed in the Earnhardt documentary on Prime, where they talk about, Junior talks about how he was jealous of the friendship and he didn't necessarily understand it.
Yeah.
But Michael Waltrip is forever linked again because that's crazy back-to-back cards. The 2001 Daytona 500.
Yeah.
There's the guy that wrecked into senior, and there's the guy that finally won his first career race. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So there just happened to be
the thing I also remember about Michael Waltrip is do you remember that horrible crash at Bristol? That it basically ripped his car.
Yes, yes, I do remember that.
And walked away from it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was it was just, wasn't it just like the roll cage left or something?
Yeah, it's basically split the car in two, is what I remember.
Sure. Yeah, no, that wasn't. There's a few that you look at.
Yeah. Bristol back then had a weird kick out. And so if you hit it wrong, it kind of would do that. Or a gate opening or something.
Was that turn 3?
Something like that. Turn 3, turn 4. Like I think it was when we were maybe coming out of the corner.
Sure. But yeah, no, that wreck, that was crazy. And he but I do appreciate, his connection to Earnhardt and his, he did have some success once he moved to DEI, and then of course he starts Michael Waltrip Racing, MW, is that what MWR?
Yeah.
And then they get busted for cheating and all that stuff. But the next one is a really big throwback, and this reminds me of my parents because they watched him race a lot more than I did. Here's Morgan Shepherd.
Oh yeah, Racing for Jesus.
Yep, Racing for Jesus. That's a cool card.
And I think the other thing, roller skates. He always had roller skates.
Did he?
Yes, he always
Okay.
he would roller skate down pit road. Look it up.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Did he have 15 wins in the?
It had to. Yeah, it had to.
It had to be the Busch Series. Yeah, because he didn't win that many. And did he have how many races did he win in the Cup Series? Maybe one.
I'm getting 4.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
His last one was in 1997.
Okay. Wow.
97. 90, oh no, sorry. Whoop. Looking the wrong thing here. 93 was his last one.
Okay.
93, 90, 86, and 81.
Wow. Well, good for him. He got a few wins there.
Yeah.
Same amount as Ken Schrader, 4 career wins. The next one is Davey Allison.
Oh, would have been a champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Would have been a champion. I mean, we've talked in previous episodes about his win percentage. Died very young, and 11% of his races, just as good as Earnhardt or some of these other greats. He would have truly been.
And not to knock on any like Earnhardt Jr. or anything, but like one of the few sons that was probably as good or better than his dad.
Yes. He could have been an elite talent.
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. was a good race car driver.
Yes. He was very good, very talented.
Yeah, but not, certainly nowhere.
Dad, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think we're being very fair to Junior there. He's also a hell of a nice guy. So, Junior, if you watch this, I love you. Why don't you return my calls? Just kidding. But seriously, next is Ernie Irvan.
Also, very good.
Yep, exactly. Good 15 career wins, I want to say.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking card. He's on the Mac Tools.
Bad accidents or just one bad accident?
I think he had 2.
Yeah.
Because he came back and then got injured again.
Yeah.
And
we have that eye patch.
Yep. And it was a lot of concussions and it wasn't like
fairly common back then too.
Most definitely. Yeah, and it wasn't. I don't think it was ever like a broken leg or something like. No. It was. The lack of safety innovations at that time. And the next card, number 19, is one of the GOATs. There's Dale Earnhardt.
There he is. I have nothing to say about him. No, the thing I remember about Earnhardt is obviously your family being huge fans of him. So I kind of pulled against him just to be the anti, right? I pulled for Wallace, even though and that was growing up, like when we did, like when I became a NASCAR fan and kind of in that pivotal age there in elementary school, it was really the Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt Sr. show.
Sure.
It was right before Jeff Gordon got going, right about when he started. And it was really those two guys duking it out, fighting it out a lot of races. So that was kind of, that's kind of what I remember about Dale Earnhardt Sr. I think I have more appreciation for him now than I did when he was racing.
Sure. And I feel the same way. Even watching I wish I would have watched more. Like when you're younger, you're not necessarily watching all the details of every race. Or I don't remember watching all the races.
Now,
Yeah. And I really wish I would have appreciated in the moment a little more, just and not just seeing him on the track, but what he meant to my dad, what he meant to my Paul. My Paul, my dad's dad, he recently passed away, personal moment. And he was a big, they were both big Earnhardt fans. And it makes me sad. About him sometimes.
And what was weird about it is I went back and looked one time for a future episode. I started looking at NASCAR Most Popular Driver Awards, and I don't know that he won it ever. Junior obviously won it basically every year he was in,
Yeah. Yep.
But before him was Bill Elliott primarily.
Yep.
And so really, and Senior really helped the marketing collectibles aspect take off.
He did. Yeah.
And so for that, for him to be that pivotal in that moment in time,
Yep.
and the growth of that and the growth of the sport, and to have
Mhm.
not been the most popular driver,
Yeah.
is interesting, right?
Sure. Yeah. No, it is. I mean, and he was polarizing, right? You know, I mean, there were
Oh
people
yeah.
that rooted actively against him. You
I
know,
hate to say it, like almost like if you're going to compare it to a modern driver, not, again, I hate to do that
sure.
because, but like Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and
Yes.
Brandon
Yeah.
Kelly,
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes,
And
it is.
Dale Earnhardt Sr. would have been them of that time for sure.
Yeah, I think Kyle Busch in particular,
Yeah.
because Senior or Dale Earnhardt, he hated to be called. He snapped at people when they called him
Yeah.
Dale Senior. He's like, I'm Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah. He's
So, yeah, exactly. He's Junior. I'm just Dale Earnhardt. But he never taunted the fans or anything like that. You know, like he did the "aw shucks, I didn't mean to wreck him. I'm a good old boy from
Yeah.
Kannapolis, North Carolina, and Victory Lane." You know,
Yeah.
and because that's who he was. You know, but so Hamlin is a push for me. Kyle Busch, a lot. I see a lot more Kyle Busch. I think that's a very apt comparison because he.
Yeah.
Um,
Kyle Busch definitely had his. Remember, he used to do the crying thing.
yes, yeah, he did. That's
had
true.
his
Also,
moment,
he did. Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
true.
Um,
Versus Hamlin has never left his moment. Hamlin's just been an ass. Like
yeah.
Kyle Busch, like in his heart, I think he is a genuinely good person who's misunderstood. As a lot of
Yeah, a
people
lot of
are
people
in the
say that
public.
about him. Is
Yeah,
like the Kyle Busch you get out there was, or during that time frame was a show, was a
yeah,
which,
definitely.
hey, absolutely, the sport needs that.
Yeah,
And then but then Kyle Busch behind the scenes, which are much nicer person, and it's the same with
sure,
most drivers. Once you put the helmet on, you're a different guy, right? You're
sure. Yeah. Well,
I
the
can't.
the the other driver who reminded me of Dale Earnhardt. This could be a whole different
Yeah,
conversation, but this has been a lot of fun. And it's actually completely unironic, or I don't know if it's completely unironic or ironic. It's Kevin Harvick.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think he was as good as anybody to step into that role of replacing Earnhardt.
I agree. I
He
agree.
probably was going to be the natural next driver, anyways.
Yes, yes.
Um, which do you think he still would have drove the number 3? I think he would have.
Uh, I don't. Yeah, probably. If Dale
Had
Earnhardt
just
wouldn't have,
stepped down naturally and
yeah, would have just retired, then I think the number three. I mean, there's still a number 43 for goodness sake. Like they don't really retire numbers
yeah, they don't.
necessarily in NASCAR. It was the fact that Dale died
And Childress
prematurely.
basically himself did it. He just kept ownership of the number and then
Yep.
just never let anybody else drive it until
Yep.
that obviously the natural successor to Austin Dillon is.
Yes, yes. One of the generational talent that he is, no
Another
doubt.
one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Um, no, but yeah, but Kevin Harvick, the attitude. I don't necessarily. There's times with Harvick where he'll. We might have talked about this on an episode where he would get out, but he'd leave his helmet on when he was arguing with people,
He did
and
that
that was
more when he got older. I think when he was
yeah,
younger, he was much more apt to take his
yeah,
helmet off.
yeah, because
I'm thinking of
that
some
was not.
instances with Greg Biffle.
Yes, yeah. Rest in peace, Greg Biffle. By the way, we haven't
Yeah,
even
we did not.
discussed the passing. A very, very good race car driver and a nice human being who did a lot after Hurricane Helene hit North Carolina. Really, really stepped up and helped a lot of people. So, rest in peace to him. But yeah, that scene where he jumped over the car. I think it was at Bristol, and he
Yeah,
grabbed him and he just kept. That was really that was
intense.
fiery.
Yeah,
But then, yeah, I'm not a big fan of if you're going to confront a driver, you take your damn helmet off here.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the smarter thing to do to avoid being punched. But if you're going to, I mean, if you're going to be a man about things here, if you have a problem with somebody, confront them like a man. Be respectful, but be firm. And if someone's going to pop you, well, then that's why you have two hands as well.
right.
That's just my opinion on that.
Yeah.
That drove me nuts whenever Harvick would do that. I'm like, don't half-ass your badassness. You know, if you're gonna confront somebody, confront them. But that's just me. But So rest in peace, Dale Earnhardt. Rest in peace, Greg Biffle.
Hey guys, I thought this was kind of a natural stopping point. We rip a bunch more cards. We have a bunch more discussion. It goes on for quite a while, and I didn't want to leave any of it really out. So I wanted to give proper time to all of it. I don't like to make the episodes overly long because I know the poop you're taking right now to watch this only takes so long. So with that, I'm going to end it here. Have a great week, and we'll pick back up next week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening to Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Have a suggestion? Leave a comment down below. The boys would be happy to hear from you. Until next time, have a great week.